Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Who are you? Who are you? Take a few seconds to answer that question. Who are you? Most people, when you ask them that, they don't have a very interesting answer. They will tell you something like their name, their age, and their job, something like that. But if you want an epic life, if you want epic results in life, you gotta tell an epic story about yourself. I'm Theo. I used to be a skinny fat loser kind of guy. Hipster, hedonist, nihilist that chose pleasure over purpose. Drinking, partying, smoking weed every day, watching porn, trying to hook up with women, just playing video games, binge watching series, being up all night. No real direction or meaning in life. Always dealing with depression and anxiety, trying to numb it out with all these vices, until one day I hit the wall, started having chronic panic attacks that had me on the brink of suicide, and I decided that I would finally face it. And after months and months of this, it felt like years because of the intensity of it, I finally came out on the other side, stronger than ever before, and I decided that I will always face the difficult. I will always work on myself and become the highest, fullest, truest version of myself. I am someone that when adversity hits, when life gets really, really difficult, I can always see an upside to it. I can always see what I need to do to overcome it and know that I will come out on the other side stronger than ever before. I am jacked and stacked, tan, solar night. I love the truth, God, and what's right. I love people. I love working on myself and bringing what I learn in the work of myself to others so that they too can be the highest and fullest versions of themselves. I could go on, you know. These are all things that I identify with, and therefore they become true. Do you understand? I used to say that every thought is a lie, but I have refined my thinking about it. You could say that every thought or image in your mind is initially a lie, but if you repeat it enough times, it will become the truth. It will become the truth. So if you're telling an uninteresting story about yourself, or you don't really know who you are, that's the result you're gonna get. You understand? And this is why when people come and often ask, you know, I want to lose weight, or how fast? What's the fastest way to lose this amount of weight? Or how much do you think I can lose if I do this? It's the wrong focus, because even, like, first of all, are you the person? Are you the person that can do this thing? And even if you were, if you don't focus enough, you have to focus on not how, but who. Who is the person that can do the thing necessary to get your results and stay there? What is that person like? If you haven't thought about that, you might be able to force some kind of temporary result. But why do you think people yo-yo diet? You know, why do you think people lose weight and gain it, lose weight and gain it? Because they have not truly changed the story and image they have of themselves. They have temporarily changed physical reality, but on the inside, they are still the same person. So the only thing they have to fall back on before is being that person, and that person is the person that gains the weight back, gets fat again. I'm just taking the weight loss result. It goes for everything in life, all right? So that's why you need to focus on who is the person. What is that person? You have to create an image of the person you want to be, and you have to start being that person in your mind before it manifests in physical reality. If you think about it, everything is preceded by a thought, right? Who built a ton of muscle without thinking about it first? Who lost a ton of weight before thinking about it first, right? You have to think about it first. And you have to fake it till you make it. It takes a long time. It takes a long time, but this relates to the last video I put up about making a decision. You make a decision, I'm gonna have a certain result. Start visualizing that. Then you have to come up with what does that person do? What does that person do? I can think about many things. For instance, when I was losing weight, building muscle, and wanted to get healthier, I'm like, you know, I pretty much have a vision that I don't eat junk food. I don't eat candy. I don't eat crap food, you know. And I remember walking in the grocery store, seeing all the candy when I'm buying my healthy food, and being like, shit, am I really not eating this anymore? Like, yeah, that's right. The person I am here, that's just not what I do. I just don't do that. And what happened, you know, I say fake it till you make it. It's not, I'm not done with this, with all the things I want to do in life, but I keep telling myself I am the person that has the things that I want. You have to make it real. You have to make it real within before it becomes real on the outside. And now, going back to that example, now when I am at like parties or dinners, then there's like, you know, bowls of candy or chips and stuff, I never even consider it. Like, the way I look at that is like, no, that's the other people's stuff, you know. Not for Theo. Theo's not the person that eats that crap. Theo's a person that eats to fuel himself, takes good care of himself. That's who he is. So you understand, a lot of people, they say they want to lose weight. It's kind of like they're viewing themselves as some, again, the weight loss is just a very obvious example, and of course a theme, something I coach in and that. But a lot of people, they just view themselves as a fat ass, you know. They want to lose weight, they say. They don't really believe that they are the person that has that result. You have to keep working on that, keep working on that. It's not a change you can do like this, but you have to like visualize, like physically, what does that person look like? What does that person do? How do they carry themselves in life? How do they feel? What kinds of habits do they have? You have to just think it, and start faking it. Start imitating that as much as possible. You will still fail many times, because this, again, it's not that you can just flick a switch and now you're the new person. You have to gradually do this. Gradually. Like, do things. I know this seems ridiculous when you have not, you know, when you've never done it or when you start out doing it, but do affirmations. Like, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm ripped. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a person that's so disciplined that I can lose the weight. Like, tell yourself things like this. Write down on a paper what the kind of person you are. The person, look, you know on a conscious level always, of course, that you don't have the result yet, but you have to sort of brainwash yourself into feeling you're having the experience of having the result before you have it. You know that you're gonna have it. It's like you have it, you just have to go and collect it. That's all. So write down on a paper what this person is like. Write it down every morning. Carry it with you. I'm doing this with some goals I have right now. I have it written down on a little piece of paper. Carry in my pocket all the time. I will take it out and look at it many times throughout the day. And since I've done that a lot, now when I just go for something else in my pocket, I just feel the paper. I'm reminded of my goals. Repetition. Repetition, that's how people change. Like, how do you build muscle? You go and do reps, you repeat the thing. How do you build habits? You just go and do the thing over and over. You have to first, we're talking about force, because I talked about people forcing a weight loss result. Before you truly have become that person, yes, it takes a little force. You have to do a lot of conscious decisions. You're gonna go back to the old way of being many times. Then you have to do conscious decisions enough times until it's imprinted in your subconscious. And now you are this person. More and more you become like this person. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let me pause, there's people here. Well, we round off like this. Look, of course, people ask, how do I do this? Of course, I will tell some people some ideas of what they could technically do if they ask me. And of course, for my clients, I will come up with a training program and diet/fasting plan, depending on who it is, right? But the point is, it's many ways. Things like weight loss, building muscle, there are many ways to the same goal. Many roads lead to Rome. I don't know, all roads. But yeah, the point is, you have to decide what you want first. Visualize what that person that gets that is like. Become that person in your mind over and over. Remind yourself, reprogram yourself like this. Then, if you're not going to hire a coach or follow some kind of specific program or something, you just start with something. Everyone knows something they could be doing for their goal. It's not that you don't have the perfect plan. That's not why. It's because you're not that person. You're pretending. You're like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? In my view, when someone comes like, yeah, I want to get ripped now, what should I do? Because I know you haven't truly decided it yet. You're pretending now. Like, even if I gave you the most amazing plan, I don't believe that you would do it. It's different when someone is like, oh, I've done these things. I am doing this. I have lost this much. Like then they're at least up and running. Because of course we have to think about the technicalities too. But it truly comes second to deciding what kind of result is you want, coming up with what is that person like, becoming that person in your mind, then you will figure it out. If you truly are doing this, you will figure it out on the way. That's it, guys. Who are you? Who are you? Write it down. Write it down, not who you are right now. Who are the person you want to become? Like, who is that? Become that person. Here, reminders, the papers. Write it down, affirm, carry a little note. Okay, please like, please comment what you think. Yeah, I will comment either way. Comments and likes have supported the channel, so it's very much appreciated. Send me a DM on Instagram or email me if you want to know more about my coaching programs. I'll tell you about my different options. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fast, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, mindset. It's a mindset, guys. It's not how, it's who. Okay, peace.